tube down my throat.
And they were hitting you to wake you up?
Only on 6, a real-life drama plays out for this woman. While she's confined to her bed, a life-or-death legal battle rages on. You see, the owners of a former Miami hospital say they've done nothing wrong.
But the woman's family says they put her on a potentially deadly situation by putting her on a respirator and then announcing her care would terminate this month.
Team 6 investigator Willard Shepard is live tonight in Miami with the exclusive details. Willard?
Well, Jackie, this is what used to be Metropolitan Hospital behind me. It is now being sold. This woman and her lawyers say that the hospital's owners have put her in an impossible situation. How old are you? "54. This isn't what Teresa Gonzalez thought middle age would be like. She told me she's confined to her bed, hooked up to a breathing tube and respirator inside her one-bedroom apartment in this building located just off the Miami River. The situation so precarious, her family rushed to court.
They're concerned that they don't want something to happen and have Mrs. Gonzalez pass away and then be dealing with an irreparable situation.
The woman's family says it asked for the emergency hearing because Gonzalez can't survive without the respirator. And the hospital's owner told them in August everything would be taken away on September 11th.
Without the assistance of her respirator, the equipment that has been furnished to her, as well as the attendant care that she has 24 hours a day, she will unquestionably succumb.
But the hospital's attorney said at this moment, there is no emergency.
That care would terminate as of September 11th. Today is September 4th. Obviously, it is not an emergency.
Also, the hospital, in its filing to the court, said any contention that the cessation of care on September 11th, 2014 may result in Gonzalez's death are flatly contradicted. How did Gonzalez end up at odds with the hospital? These images captured Teresa before July of 2013, when she told us overall she was healthy, but experiencing some trouble, felt short of breath, and decided to go to Metropolitan. Gonzalez's lawyers say inexplicably when she was brought here, a tube was placed down her throat, and eventually a tracheotomy was done. When you went to the hospital, everything changed.
Yeah.
They made her ventilator dependent. There were no efforts made to wean her off the respirator.
Silva claims the hospital's doctors committed malpractice. Then its owners broke Florida's patient dumping laws by placing Gonzalez in her home this spring when the hospital closed. The family initiated the first steps required to sue.
And they simply went and opened up an unlicensed facility in her home. Not a single physician has ever visited her at her home. Not a single registered nurse, not a single physical therapist.
Metropolitan's lawyers declined to be interviewed, but in the letter announcing the medical services would be terminated, wish her well, indicate she requested to be moved to a residential location, then said Metropolitan agreed to pay and has paid temporarily for the provisions of care since she left. Metropolitan is no longer able to continue to provide for Ms. Gonzalez's care. In court, they said it appeared since leaving Metropolitan, she was doing better.
She went to Mercy Hospital and she went to Larkin Hospital for between 4 to 5 days. And do you know those hospitals discharged her?
Also in writing, they provided the court additional details, saying at Larkin Hospital in June 2014, Gonzalez was weaned from her ventilator, took steps on her own with minimal assistance, and is going to need intensive therapy at home. The judge is proceeding with caution.
The main issue is that I do not allow any irreparable harm to happen to Mrs. Gonzalez. There is an allegation that she cannot live without the respirator.
Now, again, the hospital says it's done nothing wrong, its owners, but they did agree in court to September 18th as a new deadline for this. The judge is signing that order so nothing can happen until that date. As far as how all of this happened in the first place, Gonzalez's family and lawyers say they will deal with that when the clock is no longer ticking on her. We're live tonight in Miami. Willard Shepard, NBC 6 South Florida.
And a reminder.